is Pizza Dude Man Guy, and this is Pizzopolis, a land created for this very video. If you'd like to join the realm, Bedrock Edition and cross-play platforms only, here is a link, as well as an invite to the Discord for the realm chat. These will be in the eventually created pinned comment as well. Now, here's patron pick number 3, Steve, suggested by Terminator Jack Knife. Steve for Smash! Steve is the default name and avatar for players experiencing Minecraft. Sometimes they think themselves human on the thin crust of a spinning globe of molten rock. The ball of molten rock circles a ball of blazing gas that is 330,000 times more massive than they are, where they are so far apart that light takes 8 minutes to cross the gap. The light is information from a star, and it could burn one's skin from 150 million kilometers away. Sometimes the players dream they are a miner on the surface of a world that is flat and infinite. The sun is a square of white. The days are short, there is much to do, and death is a temporary inconvenience. Sometimes the players dream they are lost in a story, and sometimes the players dream they were other things in other places. Sometimes these dreams were disturbing, sometimes very beautiful indeed. Sometimes the players wake from one dream into another, and then wake from that into a third. Sometimes the players dream they watch a YouTuber who makes a ridiculously long Minecraft reference. Basically, as far as Smash Brothers goes, Steve isn't as much a character as an embodiment of what represents Minecraft. Maybe something like Villager, but to a more extreme extent. This character is really just meant to be you. So for the moveset, I wanted to include both a variety of actions you can take, as well as an overall theme that encompasses the main ideas of Minecraft. Here's what I came up with. Before we dive into attacks, I think this is another character where we have to talk about what actions actually look like. Steve's appearance could spread anywhere from the stiff and simple graphics of Minecraft itself to the elaborate fan animations you find on YouTube. Of course, I'm always into characters representing as much of their own behavior from their source game as possible. I think Steve can have a really simple walk, run, and jump animation, and include some other fun references like that goofy crouch and a quote-unquote crawl. Maybe Steve could even pull out the shield item when he shields. At the same time though, I also want Steve to look really good if he's in Super Smash Bros., not just standing eerily still and using nothing but stagnant motion. I actually really like what they've shown of Minecraft dungeons so far. It looks nice and animate while also keeping Minecraft's charm, and I think it's the kind of style I'd like to see out of Steve in Smash. But now the attacks. Steve's normal moves mostly use the main tools of Minecraft, but the neutral attack is Steve's basic punch. On the surface, it's a single hitting move. However, it can be held down like Meta Knight's rapid jab to repeatedly punch. It's much slower than other rapid jabs, so you can't really trap opponents in a flurry, but while punching, you can move around and jump, effectively giving Steve an extra forward tilt and neutral air option. This move has a preset knockback that bounces opponents away. The dash attack uses the sword. Steve performs a simple single swipe at the end of his run. Meanwhile, the forward tilt is a forward arcing attack with the pickaxe, the up tilt is an upward swing of the axe, and the down tilt is a crouched shovel attack. Now, the smash attacks are all moves with special properties. Forward smash is the bow. It's a ranged forward smash like Mega Man's with a single arrow projectile. The longer you charge, the further it flies. For up smash, Steve splashes a bucket upwards, creating a block of lava above himself. The lava launches opponents up with a fire effect. If you tap the move, the block disappears soon after appearing, but if you charge it after spawning, the lava will then fall, eventually spreading on the ground, striking a larger area for a slightly prolonged time. The longer you charge, the wider the spread. Down smash is Steve placing down a block of TNT. The block is not movable, and after a set time will flash white and then make a powerful explosion. Charging the move has Steve apply flint and steel to the TNT. The longer you charge, the shorter you have to wait for the explosion. The move will go off immediately if you fully charge it, but if you set down a new block of TNT before the first one explodes, it will break without exploding at all. These are all very non-traditional smash attacks, which can make Steve a strange character to pick up and play, but it'll make more sense when we get into the special moves. It brings the elements together. Steve's neutral aerial uses the special Trident weapon. Here, Steve rotates the Trident all around, kind of like Palutena's neutral air. It functions as Steve's sole combo move, since pretty much everything else is a single strike. Forward aerial is a big smashing pickaxe attack, and back aerial is a spinning sword strike. Up aerial is an arcing axe move, and down aerial is a shoving shovel stab. This pattern of attacks should be familiar. Steve's grab is the lead, a ranged rope attack that doubles as a tether. Then the pummel is a simple chop. The rest of the moves follow that same pattern. Forward throw is a smack of the pickaxe, back throw is a turn and sword thrust, up throw is an axe uppercut, and down throw buries opponents with the shovel. We'll get into the reason behind this pattern in special moves. But first the recovery moves, all super basic, pretty much all variants of a forward punch followed by a back punch. The edge attack is a climbing, swinging punch. Now let's talk about those special moves. Neutral special is Place Block, a versatile move where Steve places a block in front of himself. Blocks can be used to block off movement, make a towering shield, or even extend the length of platforms. There are only a couple restrictions. 1, you cannot place a block on a space occupied by someone, so you're not able to instantly block off opponents grabbing ledges. Also, you cannot place a block floating in the air. There must be ground in front of Steve, so the only time you can use the move in the air is when you jump or fall next to a platform. In either case, if you're not able to set a block, Steve just performs a punch. Steve comes with a limited supply of blocks he can set, around 5 or so. Blocks can be broken after being hit enough, either by Steve or by an opponent, and have low health. When a block breaks, Steve regains usage of the block. Blocks can float if you make a tower and then destroy the lower blocks, but here, floating blocks will eventually dissolve over time. Any blocks in place when Steve dies will remain in place until destroyed. Most blocks are dirt blocks, but sometimes you'll get an ore-filled stone block. Stone blocks will usually drop iron when broken, but on rarer occasions will drop gold and diamond. When ore appears, it will automatically be added to Steve's inventory without the need to manually pick it up. What do you use ore for? For Steve's down special. But first, let's cover the side and up specials, which are more or less regular moves. Side special is the Minecart. When you activate the move, a series of tracks appear from where you start the attack to the end of the platform you began on, with the minecart starting on a powered track. Steve blasts forward on the minecart, ramming opponents and launching them away while moving forward. The further you travel, the slower the minecart goes over time, dealing less knockback when hitting enemies. When the minecart reaches the end of the track, it disappears, but it is committed to traveling the entire length of the track and will not disappear until it is finished. However, you can eject from the minecart at any point by jumping or pressing an attack button. You can only have one minecart active at a time. If you use the move in the air, tracks will appear that go diagonally downwards, connecting either with the nearest platform or directly into a blast zone, with ejection being your only saving grace. Up special is the Elytra, which I just had to look up how to pronounce, and they are rare bug-like wings that can be worn and used in Minecraft. When you start the move, Steve actually begins by diving downwards, making it a bit of a tricky recovery. After diving, you basically go into a single-use throttle control mode. By pressing down on the joystick, Steve will use the wings to ascend upward. The longer you dive, the higher you ascend, so it's a bit different from how it really works. Once you hit the peak of your ascension, you will glide until you land or press down to go into freefall. Now finally, the down special. Crafting. When you press down special, Steve pulls out a crafting table and a hero-like menu appears with 5 options: sword, pickaxe, axe, shovel, and armor. By default, Steve will have no armor and use wood variants of all these weapons, but he starts with 1 iron ore and you can use the ore you collect to upgrade yourself in battle. For this, you only need 1 ore to upgrade 1 aspect. For that reason, each tool is mapped to 1 type of attack in the moveset. For instance, if you upgrade the pickaxe from wood to iron, it increases the power and knockback of your forward tilt, forward aerial, and forward throw, all the forward moves. Axe represents your up attacks, and the shovel is your down attacks. The sword is a blend of back attacks and your dash attack. Gold makes your weapons even stronger, strong enough to rival smash attacks. In this way, Steve's tilts can essentially take the place of his smash attacks, since his smash attacks are all unusual maneuvers. However, after just a few uses, gold weapons will break and will downgrade back into iron or wood, whichever you had before. Diamond, the rarest material, is just as strong but will not break. If you create armor instead of a weapon, it gives Steve a full set of armor rather than just one piece, and will increase Steve's weight, making him more difficult to knock back and kill. Iron armor decreases knockback a bit, gold decreases it more but disappears after taking a few hits, and diamond is just as good as gold but never disappears. So at best, you could have Steve in diamond armor with a diamond sword, diamond pickaxe, diamond axe, and diamond shovel. All upgrades reset when Steve dies. For his final smash, Steve will use soul sand and wither skulls to quickly construct a wither. The wither flies around and launches exploding skulls everywhere, devastating the area. During this final smash, Steve can operate as normal, like when Piranha Plant summons Petey. In his on-screen appearance, Steve simply spawns in, and a text box pops up that says Steve has entered the realm. Steve pulls out a carrot on a stick for his side taunt and waves it around as a pig follows. For up taunt, Steve quickly stacks 2 snow blocks and a pumpkin, making a snow golem who poses and vanishes. Down taunt is eating food. It has no function, but makes a very loud munching sound. Victory Screen 1 features Steve completely decked out and showing off. He dons diamond armor, wields a diamond sword, and poses on top of a diamond-clad horse. In Victory 2, Steve launches a series of fireworks behind himself in celebration. For Victory 3, Steve constructs a bed, sets it down, and goes to sleep. The Victory theme is provided today by Terminator Jack Knife, and is based on the credits music. Deciding Steve's alternate costumes was way more difficult than I thought it would be. You can freely customize Steve's skin in Minecraft, so alternate skins seem like the obvious way to go. But how on earth do I prioritize which 8 to choose? And if you change Steve's skin, is it even Steve anymore? Would it make sense for the announcer to call the character Steve, or should the name change with each and every skin? And in that case, it makes it even harder to decide which skins to go with. I'm sure many of you could come up with really creative ideas here, but here's what I went with for now. Outfit 1 is Steve, and Outfit 2 is Alex. The Alex skin does change the character's name, so the announcer says, "Alex!" and the on-screen appearance says, "Alex has entered the realm," and so forth. Then, the remaining 6 costumes are just Steve and Alex with mob heads. Outfit 3 is a Steve with a skeleton head, and Outfit 4 is Alex with a wither skeleton head. Outfit 5 is Steve with a creeper head, and Outfit 6 is Alex with a zombie head. Outfit 7 is just Steve with a pumpkin head, and Outfit 8 is Alex with the ender dragon head. The Kirby hat just turns Kirby's head into a square block while he retains his normal limbs. Kirby only produces dirt blocks. It is impossible to deny the possibility of Minecraft and Smash Brothers. You're talking about representation from what is now considered the best-selling video game of all time. I still tend to think of Minecraft as a newer thing, and have to constantly remind myself that it's 10 years old at this point, and still growing, and has new games on the way. It has a legacy and an obvious global cultural impact. It's present on Nintendo, with lots of exclusive stuff to boot, and the Nintendo-Microsoft bridge has already been crafted in Smash Brothers. Now, some people might argue that this doesn't necessarily contribute to an actual character for Smash Brothers, but between everything else and the fact that Steve in Smash does have a following, I don't think it matters too much. The amount of content in Minecraft lends itself to a lot of moveset options. I like what I made, but there's so much more. Maybe you could incorporate potions, enchantments, or redstone engineering, do more with crafting and building. Is Steve likely? Well, I'm certainly prepared for it, and with the recent announcement of more DLC characters, I wouldn't be surprised in the least. Thank you for watching. Special thanks to Terminator Jack Knife for the victory theme, and to all the Pizzopolis Realm dudes for helping me understand Minecraft. Also to our patrons for supporting the channel, and to all viewers for your continued support and enjoyment. See you next time for the next character.